Now I know what you're gonna say. Didn't we just finish talking about Mew? And yes, we did. But there are so many different Tera types that are going to work well against Mewtwo that I have to share as many of them as I can with you guys. So that way, there are plenty of options. And today, we're talking about Fairy type Mew. So let's take a look at the Fairy type Mew build and see how it stacks up against some of the other builds, as well as what kind of damage you can expect it to do against a 7-star Mewtwo when he arrives later this week. So let's get to it. Alright, so just like before, this build guide's gonna be a little bit different because I have this Mew built up already. This is my mystery gift Mew that I have changed the Tera type on for like the 7th time already. But if this is how you got your Mew from your mystery gift, this is what it would look like. It is Psychic typing with a Fairy Tera typing. It'll have your OT and your ID number on it. We went ahead and gave this guy the Shell Bell because for this build, trust me, you're gonna get a lot of HP back with what I'm about to show you. And of course, it's level 100 because it kind of has to be for this one. Your EVs are maxed out in your HP and special attack on this one with a modest nature. The ability is synchronized because that's all you get. And the moveset for this one is honestly pretty interesting. It's Acid Spray, Nasty Plot, Dazzling Gleam, and then Draining Kiss instead of Life Dew. And you're probably going to look at this and be like, why in the world would I want Draining Kiss instead of Life Dew? Hold on. Hang with me here. Because this one, it's kind of crazy. Okay? So this is your moveset for this one, and the strat being you're going to want to use Acid Spray until Mewtwo clears your stat changes. After that, use Nasty Plot 3 times to get your Mew to +6 and Mewtwo at -6. Use Dazzling Gleam as your main attacking move to do the most damage, and then use Draining Kiss to restore HP on this one. And in order for me to show you guys what that restore is going to look like, we'd head over to the Pokemon Showdown damage calculator. So, I'll see you there. And we're back at our favorite spot, the Pokemon Showdown damage calculator. So, if we look real quick, you can see that our Mew is the same as it was the last time we were here. It is Psychic typing. We changed our Ghost Tera to Fairy Tera. We have our EVs maxed out in our HP and our special attack, and we have these additional EVs in here to mimic what our Omni Boost is going to look like for Mew since he is in a battle with Mewtwo. Knowing that he gets that 1.2 times stat boost when going up against Mewtwo. We have our Modest Nature, our Shell Bell, and our moveset is in here just the same it was before. Mewtwo is the exact same, Psychic and Psychic Tera. We went ahead and put Mewtwo at -6 for the Acid Sprays that we're going to be using, as well as +6 for our special attack on Mew for the Nasty Plot that we're going to use. And for this one, we went ahead and left Mewtwo's moveset the exact same with Psy Strike, Ice Ball, Aura Beam, and Shadow Ball, just to see what the damage is going to be here. Now, for this one, it's pretty interesting to note that right off the bat, Dazzling Gleam does not do nearly as much damage as Shadow Ball did with a Ghost Tera Mew. Ghost Tera Mew was doing somewhere in the neighborhood of like 2,000% damage, which was like 7,000 to 8,000 damage. Dazzling Gleam is only doing 3,000 damage, which is only like 1,000%, which may not seem fantastic, but it's not bad, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because if you remember, our Fairy Mew gets access to Draining Kiss, and Draining Kiss is very important here because if you look, Psy Strike is going to do max of like 56% damage to our Mew. This is off this stat, not off Mew's final stat, which is going to be like 515. Draining Kiss not only does 2,000 damage to Mewtwo, but also restores, and this is the big one, also restores 76% of our HP lost when we attack Mewtwo. So, Life Dew, while it's going to restore quite a bit of HP and it's going to restore it for everybody, Draining Kiss is going to be one of those moves where no matter what happens, if you do Dazzling Gleam and then alternate to Draining Kiss, you're going to be back at max HP every single time you attack. And that is absolutely mind-blowing to me. So this one, while not just a straight-up offensive tank like the Ghost Tera type Mew was, gives you more versatility and actually gives you a better way of not having to worry about your HP dropping too low every single turn going against Mewtwo. This one, in my book, is going to be a super solid build. It's not going to be the offensive tank that a Ghost Tera Mew is going to be, or like a Dark or a Bug Tera Mew, but this one is honestly going to be a solid all-arounder. If you were going to do Mewtwo raids offline, this may be one to potentially look at using. Just because that Draining Kiss still does so much damage and restores 75% of your HP every single time that you use it. So between that, Dazzling Gleam doing the damage that it's doing, and the fact that we can use Acid Spray even after Mewtwo cleanses itself or clears its own stat conditions, just makes this one kind of a monster. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why we look at multiple different Tera types for the same Pokemon when we're going into this raid. Is Fairy Tera type Mew going to do as much damage as some of the others? Absolutely not. Is it going to be a good option for solo with Draining Kiss? Absolutely it is. So, one more time, this Mew is Psychic and Fairy type, or Psychic with a Fairy Tera type. It has the Shell Bell as its held item. It is level 100 because that is an absolute necessity. Your EVs are maxed out in your HP and special attack with a modest nature. Your moveset is Acid Spray, Nasty Plot, Dazzling Gleam, and Draining Kiss. Draining Kiss being your healing move here that is still going to do a stupid amount of damage to Mewtwo, and Dazzling Gleam being your main attacking move here, with Acid Spray and Nasty Plot being the moves that you're going to use to drop Mewtwo down to -6 special defense, and raise yourself up to +6 special defense in the middle of the battle. But that's it. That's how you're going to use this Fairy type Mew. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, a very surprising showing for Fairy type Mew to go against 7-star Mewtwo. I can tell you right now, when I was doing damage calculations, this is not one that I was expecting to work, and the only reason it works is because it gets access to Draining Kiss. Draining Kiss is just one of those, at 75% HP restore every time you use it. Yeah, that's kind of a monstrous strat to be able to use for this raid. But that's your second Mew build going towards the ultimate battle with Mewtwo later this week. So I want you guys to let me know down in the comments below. What do you think of this one? What do you think is going to be the best Tera type to use against Mewtwo? I know everybody's going to say it's Dark and Bug, and don't worry, videos for those are coming. I just want to cover some other ones as well. And let me know, what moves do you think Mewtwo is going to have that are going to quite possibly mix things up and make this a lot harder than it looks like it's going to be. But until then, that's it, guys. That's all I got for you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.